These are major time frame of gold from H1 to weekly. But we will start with daily time frame. And if you draw all the support and resistance on this daily time frame, then you can see price is still trading inside a range between 2075 and 1676, and now price is almost in the middle of range. Our next upside resistance is 1877 to 1916. On this daily time frame, it is making a resistance on this first resistance area near 1877, and for a downside breakout our next support is 1719 to 1780, and this area has been tested multiple times as a support on daily time frame. So this is the key area. If this level breaks, then you can say price will retest this 1676 level, but before that it has to clearly break this level, then you can say retest. And you can see price is making a rejection on daily time frame between 1786 to 1811. First when it collapsed from 2000, and second time before FOMC. So this is a sideways range and it has to go in any direction, either upside or downside. Until this range does not break, there is a no trend. So if lower support breaks, then next target will be 1676, or if price goes up again, then it can break this resistance 1877, and next target will be 1916 horizontal level, and this also a strong resistance on daily time frame. And you can see how many times this level was tested. Since this week there is no big economic data, only Fed testify, and now everything depend on next week GDP and what will happen in next FOMC meeting. But before that, and for this week especially, everything depend what Fed say in his speech and what happened to this Russia Ukraine crisis, because now you can see China and Russia are openly supporting each other, and if this is real, then together both can plan a very big war, and if this happen, then it will change market psychology instantly. So these three person this week, Fed, China and Russian president, will drive gold price. And if you see weekly time frame, then upper resistance has been tested and next target will be lower support. And if it goes up again, if anything bad for economy come from these three person, then it can test this upper level of resistance zone near 1916, or this lower target near 1790. And you can see on weekly time frame, since the Fed QT speculation has been started, gold price are trading almost in a same range. The only reason it got outside this range was Ukraine invasion. But for 1 year, from speculation to real Fed tight monetary policy, gold has made the sideways range between 1878 to 1762. So it looks like maybe this range will only break when this Fed policy will change from QT to QE, and it depends on next week GDP and upcoming CPI and what China and Russia do to this global economy. And if we go to H4 time frame, then this is our key resistance area from 1874 to 1895, and our downside support is 1808. And if this bullish trend survive, which was started before FOMC, then first target will be 1875 and breakout can send gold up to 1890, and after that breakout how price react this resistance level 1875 will decide next gold trend, because 1808 is a strong support, and if this level breaks, then you can see next target will be 1753. When you draw fixed extension level 100% projection for this WXY wave pattern, wave Y have its 100% 1822, and next is 38% projection which is near 1755. So this 1808, this FOMC low breaks, then next target will be 1755, and this support was also made during FOMC. And if this is a bottom and this is bottom for retracement, then it looks like a possible parallel channel, and upper line has already tested 3 times. So if this is a sideways correction until this Fed QT ends, then gold can spend next 1 month inside this channel testing upper line of channel, then lower line, upper line and lower line, because this range between 1875 and 1808 can be correction after this bearish trend. It is not a chart pattern, but it can be a complex WXY correction which can make up to 50 or 61% retracement from 1892 to 61, and this is already a strong resistance zone on daily, weekly and H4 time frame, because to control inflation to send back 8 to 2%, Fed can raise interest rate up to 10 to 20%, and if their dream of soft landing come true, then gold can collapse. And if you go to H1 time frame, the wave count from this top 1879 to this bottom 1805 is already there in Telegram channel. When price made this bottom, before FOMC. And if you see closely on this H1 time frame, this trend from 1805 to 1857, it is making higher high, higher low, and you can expect a bullish trend has been started on H1 time frame. And next upside target is this resistance 1877, because if inflation retraces back, then it can change next FOMC decision. And new speculation is there will be 50 or 75 basis point rate hike in next FOMC meeting. And if you draw support and resistance on this intraday H1 time frame, then you can see price is testing this resistance area. First it tested this high during London Open, and now it is testing the lower support of this support zone. And if you draw a retracement, then you can see price is testing a support zone by hammer candlestick, and it has made 38% retracement. And if it goes down again, then next target will be 50% retracement at 1831. And you already know this 1831 is a strong support and resistance level, and it has been tested multiple times last year as a resistance, and this year can be as a support. So all the bulls who will take entry this week, their SL will be 1815 level, and their target will be this 1877 resistance. And trader who missed everything, they have to wait again until price tests this upper or lower yellow trend line. If it tests again this lower trend line, then you can buy, or if it tests this upper trend line, then you can sell, because these two trend line is your dynamic support and resistance level, and it look like a expanding triangle chart pattern. So if you compare daily and H1 time frame side by side, then first you have this expanding triangle chart pattern, and this resistance area from 1872 to 1917, and this support level on H1 time frame from 1833 to 1841, and this is your key support 1815. If this level break on H1 time frame, then you can target for next support 1785. So next direction of gold depend what Fed say this week in his speech and what this China and Russia do together.